All righty, so now that we know that we have some shortcuts, we've got the side similarity theorem, that if I just know that all three sides are corresponding in proportion, all corresponding sides are in proportion, we can just go ahead and say that they're similar. We don't have to know anything about the angles being congruent. That's the red one. The blue one, if I know that two sides are proportional and the included angles are congruent, I can say that they're similar. I don't have to check all six things. And the last one, if I know that two angles are just congruent, if I know that, just two angles of each are congruent, I can say that they're similar. So those are the shortcuts. All right, so note card 178, we're going to go into an example of the side similarity shortcut. And remember, this one just says you need to know that all three pairs of sides are proportional. So if you look at this triangle and this triangle, now they're not to scale. So we have to really think about, if I move this around, what would match up? And so I know that angle B would match up with angle F because those look like right angles, and I'd have to think about rotating this over. And they did include colors on these images so you can see that the orange would go with the orange. And they're giving you side lengths. So you need to check AB and DF, that proportion when you divide it is 1.25. So then let's, in green, let's do BC to FE. 12 over 9.6 is 1.25. So we're good to go so far. And then in orange, AC and DE, 13 to 10.4. If I did do that in my calculator, I get 1.25. So we have all three corresponding sides that have a common ratio. They are in proportion. They all got 1.25. So I can use the side similarity theorem and say that these two triangles are indeed similar, even though I don't have anything about the angles. And here is the similarity statement. Order matters. A, B, C. That went over the pink and then over the green. So it'd be D, F, E. You can't just do a random similarity statement. Pause and finish up note card 178. All right. Now let's look at the next one. Note card 179, the side angle side similarity shortcut. So this is where you've got the two pairs of proportional sides and a congruent angle between them. Notice that A is smack dab between the S and the S. The A is the angle, the S and the S are the sides. So it has to be an included angle. So look at this picture. Our included angle is 70 and 70. Those two angles are congruent. So angle H is equal or congruent to angle K. So we know that part. We've got that checked off. Now we need to check these side lengths. So GH to LK, 5 divided by 0.75 when you do it in your calculator is 0.6. Let's see, 5 divided by 0.7.5 is 0.6666666 repeated. Okay, and then if I do HI over KJ to figure out the ratio, it's 0.66666 repeated. It's got to be exactly the same. So we're good to go. We've shown that two sides are in proportion to two sides, okay, and that the included angles are congruent. So we can say that these two triangles are similar by the side angle side similarity theorem. And here is the similarity statement. Again, order matters. GHI, if I decide that, which is what they had first, I've got to go LKJ. I can't do a different order. Pause and finish up note card 179. Now, this one is just a slide that I put in here. This is just to remind you it's not going to work unless you know the angle in between the two sides. So right here, that's 50, and that's not in between the two sides. And that's 50, and it's not in between the two sides. So it won't work. You cannot use side angle side. The angle has to be in between, the included angle. All right, now, note card 180 is the angle similarity shortcut. So again, this one just says if you know two angles are congruent, you're good to go. So look at this image. We got a 50 and a 50 and a 70 and a 70. Angle N is equal to angle R. Angle O is equal to angle P. We got enough. This is the easiest one, okay? And so then we can say triangle MNO is similar, remember that symbol, to triangle QRP. Order matters. We went M, N, O. So one that's not marked to the orange to the purple or pink. One that's not marked to the orange to the pink. So Q, R, P. Pause and finish up this note card. Now, this is just another slide. It is possible for two triangles to be similar when they have two pairs of angles given, but only one of those given pairs are congruent. I don't even know if that makes sense, but like right here, I've got, this is 87. Can figure that out. And then you could figure out 59. I don't know. It's, This is just saying you can deduce what that other angle is.